to what our residents sincerely indicate that they want. We have several instances where in traffic congestion, with regard anything that adversely impacts our citizens, anything that adversely impact our residents is a bad thing. And I think that if in fact, we focus attention upon making absolutely certain that things are not happening, even from a development standpoint. And of course, I'd like to say this, development has been a big issue. And I'm not opposed to development. I just want responsible development. I don't want to see irresponsible development that will end up putting a chokehold on our residents or our cities. So I think that if we consider all of these things and try and stay away from decisions, that will end up adversely impacting our residents, I think that that will enhance the quality of life for all of our residents. Thank you.
Mr. Bastian.
Great, thank you. Delray Beach has an amazing quality of life. We're definitely interrupted by traffic. We're interrupted by not being able to find a parking spot. I think there's been some development concerns recently. In the development piece, we've locked down the LDRs. We're about to. That is going to set us, I think, on a good path moving forward. In the master plan, it was called out in 2001 that we're going to have traffic issues, that we're going to have parking issues, that we need to resolve them. I think it's time, we need to revisit that. We need a full comprehensive plan just around traffic. You got some quick solutions that we can offer just with signaling and, making, First Street southeast to, unidirectional. So I think things like this are just, they're small pieces, but I think it's the big plan that we really need to get Randall and team to really get behind. And I've not spoken with Randall lately, but I'm sure he's all over this because he's got to be getting a lot of pressure on it, especially on the Lincoln corridor, with the addition of Trader Joe's. So, I think that if we can captivate that piece, that would be important. I think from a parking perspective, Donald Shoup said it well that there's the high cost of free parking. So we got to figure that out. I'm not advocating that we do meters by any means, but we need to figure out how we're going to get parking downtown. Are we going to do high rises? Are we going to do parking lots? Are we going to get more trolleys around for our citizens to be able to get around? Can we wrap it all the way around the complete circle of Congress and Linton to bring other communities in without us having to drive into town? So I think there's a lot of solutions that we can look at collectively and bring that to the forefront and really resolve this and nip it. Thank you.
Mr. Katz.
Thank you. I think I speak for most people here that live here. We moved here because of the quality of life. I wish you were here 13 years ago when I took that stroll, and you might have seen the change. I know a couple of years you're here, but 13 years ago when I was here, when I took that, sorry, I'm just saying, it's changed a lot recently, and it's changed for the good, but it hasn't always changed for the good. We have congestion downtown that we didn't have before. Does that mean we have jobs? Absolutely. But we've got to take a smart approach to development. We have to respect what our residents say. We have to bring our residents to the table when we're making a decision about development. There's a reason why I will not let a developer host fundraisers for me, because I don't want to owe them anything. I want the residents is who, they bought into this. I met just the other day knocking on a door a man who's been here for 50 years, not to mention his name, and I sat down on his porch and spent a half an hour talking to him. And what he told me was he agrees we have to have development, but why are they sacrificing my quality of life for that development? Why was he not brought into that conversation? And that's what I want to be, that person that can bring all of us into that conversation. Developers are going to be part of the conversation, but they're not going to be the ones controlling the conversation. It's going to be equal, the people as well as the developers, so that we have a traffic study done before we approve projects like was approved downtown. We have no idea what impact is that going to have because we didn't take the time to ensure that a traffic study was done before our city approved it. We can't go backwards on that project, but we can move forward and we can do the right thing. And then we can start getting some of this development outside of the downtown that's going to help our economy and help our quality of life. Thank you.
Ms. Barzil?
Sure. Our neighborhoods are the gems of our city. This is the place where you can actually live, work, play, and not get your car out. I mean, that's the theory. I live in Tropic Isle, and on the weekends I play a game with myself. I don't want to get my car out. I ride my bike, I walk. It's that kind of city. And so many other cities want to be just like us. It's crazy. I mean, you have no idea the other cities that come here to see what we do. Anyway, traffic. We have wonderful neighborhoods. We can't let the unintended consequences of development and our success to affect our neighborhoods. I'm thinking particularly of Palm Trail. I'm thinking particularly of the Marina District. Those neighborhoods are in peril, and we are doing nothing to protect them. This development is coming. So what are we doing to protect those neighborhoods? Those are the gems, two of the gems of our city, and we need to protect them. And we've got to do it now. We've got to do it now before that development gets finished and that traffic comes speeding through a neighborhood and hits one of our children or whatever. We don't want to ever have that happen. So we can certainly control the development. We have a say in what's going on. We used to have town hall meetings here. We used to have charrettes, where instead of having someone come and lecture to us and what they want us to hear, we actually talk to each other. Do y'all remember those days? We used to sit and talk to each other and share ideas. The latest one I was at was in 2009. It was about the beach, and many of you were there. And we had a very exciting session where we developed a master plan for the beach, which still hasn't been implemented, but that's another story. But we actually sat together, shared ideas. We weren't lectured to. We were made to collaborate and share ideas to get the best what's for our city. We need to bring those type of meetings back, and we will. Thank you.